Okay, a $700 dinner, hotel rooms at luxury properties. That's among what you paid for Metro School Superintendent to travel over the past 2 years.
So we started examining Dr. Adrienne Battle's spending following that controversial $6.5 million lawsuit settlement and the $165,000 office suite remodel that we uncovered.
Now we've confirmed she spent nearly $20,000 on travel, including one botched hotel booking at one of the country's most luxurious hotels.
$6.5 million has been spent to make a problem go away.
To understand why Kendall Maupin came here to last August school board meeting,
accountability should not be optional.
you have to come here.
You want to say hello?
To the park with Maupin and her son Sean.
Hello.
Someone, she says, she had to routinely fight for in Metro Schools to get funding for his specific needs.
I know the struggles in getting services.
And now, learning Battle spent nearly $20,000 on dinners, hotels, and other travel over 2 years, Maupin puts it this way.
I think our parents deserve a refund.
Our analysis of Battle's spending on her district credit card shows she spent $19,293 on travel. Compare that to what the superintendent of Memphis's school system paid in that time period on travel, $721. Battle also vastly outspent her superintendent peers in Middle Tennessee. Here's the travel spending for Williamson County's superintendent. Here's Sumner County's. And Rutherford and Wilson County spending, zero. So where'd she go? Boston, Sevierville, Dallas, Washington, Atlanta, and Tampa, all for conferences, spending more than $12,700 in hotel rooms. Receipts show she spent sometimes $500 a night. She stayed 2 nights at this luxury collection hotel for $858. Her staff booked her at the Waldorf, one of the country's most luxurious hotels. But Metro School says another hotel was found at a lower rate, so it was switched. But because of the Waldorf's peak season cancellation policy, Metro Schools was still billed $602. Those receipts show she often didn't travel alone, bringing staff, spending more than $4,600 on dinners. And some of those dinners got pricey. For example, at Ocean Prime in Washington, D.C., ordering sea bass entrees and a New York strip, the bill ended up at $711.24 for Battle and staff.
It certainly isn't a great look.
Professor Jennifer Jennings is the Director of Education Research at Princeton. She analyzes spending by schools, and we shared with her Battle's spending. She says superintendents do have to travel, but should be wary of perception of how they spend, and should be clear how students are benefiting from all that travel.
I think I'd want to hear from the superintendent's office about what they saw as the return on those investments.
And we did too. We intended to ask Battle about what we've shown you, and also the $1,800 she spent on rental cars. But after making a week of requests, a Metro School spokesman wrote they couldn't accommodate an on-camera interview, sending a statement instead, reading that travel is an essential part of the superintendent's role in leading a large, complex school district. And these opportunities allow her to bring back best practices that strengthen teaching, learning, and operations in Nashville.
Can you understand her arguments as to why she made the settlement, why she traveled?
Because it's not your money. It's easy to spend. It's easy to justify doing it when it's not yours in the first place.
Now, you may have noticed that the total cost did not include flights. Dr. Battle's flights are not booked on her credit card per the district policy. Also, she does have a limit on her credit card each month. It's $15,000, according to the district. Well,